Scene opens with dramatic music and a quick cut of Amy and Chris's wedding footage. Slow zoom on Amy's emotional face, then cut to a grainy tabloid image of Chris with an unknown woman. Overlay text. Double life? Second wife. What if the fairy tale wasn't real? What if the second chance at love we all believed in was built on a lie? Chris Marek, the man who swept Amy Roloff off her feet after years of heartbreak, may not be who he claims to be. And now, a storm of online rumors, deleted posts, and an interview that has suddenly resurfaced is threatening to destroy the picture-perfect image that fans of Little People, Big World have come to adore. Could it be true? Did Chris secretly have a second wife? Was Amy Roloff kept in the dark all along? Or worse, is she a victim of deception that's finally coming to light? Quick montage. Social media screenshots of fan theories, Amy looking upset in a confessional, Chris at a real estate event, a blurry photo of him with another woman. For years, viewers have watched Amy Roloff reclaim her confidence and rebuild her life after her painful split from Matt Roloff. Her romance with Chris Marek felt like a breath of fresh air, a man outside the Roloff drama, grounded, mature, and endlessly supportive. Or so we thought. But now, fans are asking hard questions. Why is there so little known about Chris's past before Amy? Who was he really before the reality TV lights? And why has this mysterious woman suddenly entered the picture with claims that are too detailed to ignore? Overlay text. Truth or tabloid, followed by Chris's alleged secret exposed. Stay with us as we dig deep into this shocking story, exploring every angle, from the alleged second wife, to Amy's recent emotional statements, to the Roloff family's silence, and what all of this could mean for the couple's future, both on-screen and off. This isn't just another rumor, it's a revelation that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Amy and Chris. When Amy Roloff finalized her divorce from Matt Roloff in 2016, it marked the end of a decades-long relationship that shaped not only their family, but the very fabric of Little People, Big World. Fans watched with mixed emotions, some relieved, others heartbroken, as Amy moved out of the Roloff Farms farmhouse, closing a major chapter of her life. But as one door closed, another unexpectedly opened. Chris Marek, a real estate agent with an adventurous heart and a calm demeanor, entered the picture at just the right time. The two reportedly met at a singles mixer, a motorcycle event, no less, and what began as casual conversation turned into something more. Slowly, and much to the surprise of viewers and even Amy herself, a genuine connection blossomed. Amy was cautious at first. Having spent decades in the public eye and enduring a difficult separation from Matt, she wasn't rushing into anything. Chris, ever the gentleman, gave her time and space. Their early relationship was full of long talks, outdoor adventures, and a deep sense of mutual respect. Fans watched as they shared bike trips through Oregon, hiked scenic trails, and went on sweet dinner dates, all captured on TLC's cameras. Their relationship was notably different from Amy's marriage to Matt. Chris wasn't involved in the farm drama, the business decisions, or the long-standing family tensions. He seemed like a clean slate, a fresh start, and Amy needed that. For a time, everything appeared almost too good to be true. In 2019, Chris proposed to Amy during a romantic dinner, and her reaction, tears, laughter, disbelief, was one of the most heartfelt moments on the show. It was clear that Chris wasn't just a rebound or a placeholder. He was someone who saw Amy for who she was, in her entirety. And Amy, in turn, glowed with a happiness fans hadn't seen in years. Their 2021 wedding was a highlight for LPBW fans. Set at Roloff Farms. Yes, the very land once shared with her ex-husband. The wedding brought the family together in unexpected ways. There were sweet toasts, emotional vows, and moments of awkward blending between Amy's past and present. Chris stood beside her proudly, and Amy, in her gorgeous gown, looked radiant. For many fans, it was the fairy tale ending Amy deserved. But as the dust settled from the wedding bells and the cameras faded, some viewers began to wonder, was it too perfect? On the surface, Chris and Amy's life seemed picture-perfect, traveling together, cooking meals at home, working through minor disagreements on screen with calm maturity. But as any fan of reality TV knows, what's shown is often only part of the story. In subtle moments, awkward glances, hesitant comments, fleeting silences, some began to suspect that maybe, just maybe, something deeper was being carefully hidden. Was it Chris's apparent discomfort in being filmed? Was it his sometimes stiff interactions with Amy's kids, especially Zach? Or perhaps it was the occasional tension when Amy brought up the past, something Chris preferred to avoid? Whatever it was, the honeymoon phase didn't last forever. What once felt like a fresh start began to show cracks, and fans started asking the questions that would lead to a whirlwind of speculation. Was there something, or someone, Chris wasn't telling Amy about? As we continue this story, the cracks in the perfect picture begin to widen, and what's behind them may change everything. As the fairy tale facade of Amy and Chris's marriage begins to crack, fans have taken to the internet, doing what they do best, investigating. And it didn't take long for a wave of speculation to hit Reddit and Facebook, where users have been analyzing every detail of Marek's recent behavior. Many followers of Little People, Big World believe that something is seriously off. One of the biggest red flags? Chris's apparent distance. Multiple users across Reddit threads have noted that Chris hasn't been nearly as affectionate or engaged as he once was. While Amy continues to post cheerful updates about family gatherings or her cooking adventures, Chris has remained eerily silent. His social media activity has dwindled, and when he disappears, fans are pointing out that he often seems detached, no longer the playful, supportive partner viewers once admired. More concerning are the photos circulating online showing Chris without his wedding ring. In several fan-taken pictures, Chris appears at community events, bike rides, or even just walking around downtown Hillsborough, and in more than one of those snapshots, his left ring finger is noticeably bare. Fans were quick to connect the dots, flooding comment sections with questions like, "Why isn't he wearing his ring?" And, "Is this their way of hiding a separation?" Then, there's the Instagram drama. In recent months, a woman by the name of Melissa T. has popped up repeatedly in tagged photos with Chris, mostly at real estate events, but also in more casual settings. While their connection might seem professional on the surface, both are tied to the real estate community. It's the frequency and tone of the posts that have fans raising eyebrows. One Instagram story showed Chris and Melissa laughing over coffee with the caption, "Best mornings start with strong coffee and stronger company." But it doesn't end there. In a now viral Facebook group dedicated to Little People, Big World theories, a user claimed to have seen Chris with a mystery woman at a coffee shop in Bend, Oregon. According to the post, which included a time-stamped selfie outside the cafe, the two were sitting closely, sharing what appeared to be an intimate conversation. While no clear photos of the woman's face were shared, several users believe it was the same Melissa seen on Instagram. Other reports followed. A Twitter user claimed they saw Chris walking along the Willamette River Trail, hand in hand, with an unidentified woman. Again, no Amy in sight. Though there's no hard proof tying these sightings together, the pattern is impossible to ignore. Fans are also dissecting body language in public appearances. One clip from a recent fan meet and greet shows Amy happily signing autographs while Chris lingers several feet away, arms crossed, face unreadable. Comments under the video exploded with speculation, with users writing things like, "That man doesn't want to be there," and "Amy is glowing, but Chris looks checked out." So, what's really going on here? While it's important to note that none of this has been confirmed by Amy or Chris themselves, the social media clues are stacking up fast, and the community is buzzing. From missing rings to mysterious women to awkward silences, fans are starting to wonder, has Chris already emotionally checked out of the marriage? Or worse, moved on entirely? Coming up next, we dive deeper into Amy's recent interviews and cryptic quotes that some believe are subtle cries for help or silent confirmations that something's deeply wrong. Cue slow zoom on Chris and Amy wedding photo, overlay dramatic heartbeat sound. Transition into dark background with tabloid headlines flashing. Marek's secret past. Just when fans thought things couldn't get more complicated, another theory exploded across online forums, one that could shake Amy Roloff's world to the core. According to circulating rumors, Marek may have been previously married, and possibly more than once. This theory, dubbed the second wife theory, has spread like wildfire across Reddit threads, LPBW Facebook groups, and even fan-run YouTube channels. Replay fan clips. I swear I saw his name in an old marriage record. Who was that woman? It all started when an eagle-eyed fan claimed to have uncovered a marriage license filed in Oregon under the name Christopher Marek, dated long before Chris began dating Amy. A few sleuths took it even further, claiming they tracked down court documents tied to what appears to be a divorce in the early 2000s. Overlay screenshot of a heavily redacted document with marriage license and dissolution of marriage labeled. Voiceover. This is what some fans believe is proof of a hidden past. Now, to be clear, none of this has been officially confirmed. There's no public record that ties Chris definitively to a prior marriage. But the circumstantial details have fueled a frenzy of speculation. Here's where it gets even more intense. Cut to a collage of screenshots. A woman frequently appearing in Chris's tagged photos pre-2015, photos from group vacations, even what fans claim is a cozy dinner shot. A woman by the name of Marek, name changed for privacy, has popped up repeatedly in fan investigations. She's been tagged in several social media posts alongside Chris, including one suspicious image that shows them arm in arm at a winery event. That post is dated 2014, a year before Chris and Amy's official first date. Zoom on a post captioned "Throwback with this guy," blurred face, intense zoom in. Some fans now believe that this woman could have been Chris's first wife, or worse, a woman he never fully ended things with. One particularly damning theory? That Chris may have been separated, but not divorced, when he first began his relationship with Amy Roloff. If that's true, it could completely unravel the image of their sweet, slow-burn romance. Cut to reaction tweets. Amy deserves to know the truth. This makes everything feel fake. Was Chris ever honest with her? The questions are piling up. Was Amy Roloff aware of this alleged first marriage? Did Chris ever disclose it during their early courtship? Could this hidden history explain some of the tension we've seen on and off the show? And most chilling of all, is Chris still in contact with his former partner, or even still legally married? Some fans have speculated that his frequent solo appearances at events, trips to unknown locations, and the absence of a wedding ring in recent photos could be signs of a double life. One TikTok clip even alleged that Chris was spotted having lunch with this mystery woman just months ago, outside a boutique cafe in Portland. Play blurry cell phone video clip, voiceover whispering. That's not Amy, is it? Could this be a misinterpretation, or the crack in the foundation of a carefully curated image? And it doesn't stop there. A few internet detectives have pointed out inconsistencies in Chris's own timeline. Interviews, social media posts, and show footage don't always line up. In one video interview, Chris makes an offhand comment about doing marriage wrong the first time, something that seemed like a joke at the time. Replay the clip, zoom in on his face. Marriage isn't easy. I've learned that the hard way. Pause, you only get so many chances to get it right. Wait, so was that his confession? It's becoming harder to dismiss this theory entirely. While TLC has not issued any official statement and Chris himself has been silent on the matter, the circumstantial clues are adding up. And here's the most important part. If this theory is true, if Chris did hide a past marriage, or worse, maintain a secret relationship, how would Amy respond? We've seen Amy Roloff's strength and independence grow post-mat, but a betrayal like this could hit differently. It's not just about trust. It's about her entire post-divorce journey being built on what now feels like shaky ground. Cue montage of Amy's wedding to Chris, then fade into dark images of her looking upset or pensive. As fans wait for answers, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. And with every new social media post, every photo analyzed, and every whispered rumor, the second wife theory refuses to die down. Tone. Somber, emotional music slowly builds in background. Fade in screenshots of Amy's posts, wedding photos dissolving into silence. As whispers of Chris Marek's possible hidden past begin to surface, attention has now turned to the woman at the center of it all, Amy Roloff. The little people, big world matriarch, who once found herself rebuilding her life after a painful divorce from Matt Roloff, now appears to be navigating yet another storm. And this time, it may be unraveling right before our eyes. Let's start with Amy's recent social media activity, or rather, the tone of it. In a post that sent fans into a flurry of speculation, Amy wrote, "Sometimes love feels like a lesson more than a gift, but I'm still learning, still growing." The words, paired with a solitary photo of Amy gazing out at a misty Oregon morning, struck a chord with many longtime followers. The post received thousands of comments, many offering love and support, but several also questioning, "Is Amy okay? Where is Chris? What's happening behind the scenes?" And it's not just the cryptic captions. Eagle-eyed fans have noticed a major shift in Amy's photo feed. Chris, who used to be a regular feature in her Instagram updates, whether it was weekend bike rides, cooking together, or cozy family dinners, has been almost completely absent from her posts for weeks. For someone who once gushed publicly about her second-chance romance, the silence has been deafening. Even more revealing, Amy has been seen without her wedding ring in several recent videos and appearances. In one Raising Heights vlog filmed at a family barbecue, viewers immediately spotted the missing band on her left hand. Some assumed it was a simple mistake. Maybe she took it off to cook or clean, but others weren't so sure. Especially since she's been without it in multiple appearances since. Is it a coincidence, or is Amy quietly sending a message? The emotional distance seems to stretch beyond social media. In the latest Raising Heights vlog, Amy appears distracted and subdued, even while surrounded by family. When asked about her summer plans, she gave vague, brief answers, a sharp contrast to the warm and bubbly personality fans are used to seeing. At one point, while everyone is laughing around a campfire, Amy looks off into the distance with a tired, solemn expression. Some fans in the comments were quick to notice it. She's not herself. Something's going on. Amy looks heartbroken. And what about Chris? According to multiple sources close to production, Chris Marek has allegedly been refusing to film certain scenes for the TLC show. One insider claimed that Chris has been increasingly uncomfortable being in front of the cameras lately, especially during emotionally heavy or confrontational moments. There have even been quiet rumors that Chris clashed with producers over how much of their marriage drama was being aired. Could he be trying to avoid accountability? Or is there more going on behind the scenes than fans realize? It's worth noting that Amy has not directly addressed the speculation about her marriage. But fans who've followed her journey over the years know one thing: Amy Roloff doesn't hide her emotions for long. And right now, something in her world seems shaken. As one longtime fan posted on Reddit, "You can just feel it. The joy is gone from her eyes. I hope she knows how much we all care about her." The questions continue to swirl. Is Amy headed for a second heartbreaking divorce? Is the fairy tale with Chris unraveling under the weight of secrets and old wounds? And more importantly, how much more can Amy take? Up next, in Part 6, we'll explore what Chris Marek's silence could really mean and the disturbing connections between his alleged past relationships and his current behavior. Stick around, because the truth might be even more shocking than we imagined. As the rumors continue to spiral and fans demand answers, many are turning their attention to TLC itself. After all, Little People, Big World has been the network's long-running success story, a seemingly wholesome family saga that's now drenched in controversy. But what's shocking is TLC's complete silence on the matter. No official statement, no behind-the-scenes updates, and no signs of intervention. Viewers are now speculating. Will TLC finally break the silence in the next season? Or are they choosing to let this drama unfold quietly to boost ratings later? Many believe TLC may be deliberately holding off, saving the tension for a dramatic reveal in the upcoming episodes. After all, the network has a history of leaning into real-life family drama to keep audiences hooked. But with such serious accusations, possible infidelity, family estrangement, and the breakdown of a marriage, the pressure is mounting. Is TLC protecting its cast, or simply biding time for a more strategic release? Meanwhile, cracks within the Roloff family are becoming more visible, especially online. Fans noticed a huge red flag. Zach and Tori have reportedly unfollowed Marek on social media. This move wasn't missed by eagle-eyed fans, and it immediately set off alarm bells. Could this mean they're taking Amy's side in a deeper, more painful rift? Or did something happen behind the scenes that was serious enough to cut Chris off completely? Adding more fuel to the fire, Jeremy and Audrey Roloff have remained suspiciously quiet, not issuing any public statements or even vague support. But what really raised eyebrows was a series of subtle likes from their accounts on posts that were clearly anti-Chris. Posts criticizing his behavior, calling him out for being cold or dishonest, and questioning his intentions with Amy. Was this just coincidence? Or a silent signal that they, too, might believe the rumors? In a surprising twist, sources close to the family claim that Matt Roloff has allegedly reached out to Amy to offer his support. Yes, Matt, Amy's ex-husband and longtime co-star, might be the one person stepping up for her during this emotionally intense time. For fans who've followed their tumultuous divorce and rocky co-parenting years, this unexpected olive branch is both shocking and oddly heartwarming. Could Matt and Amy be putting their differences aside in light of a greater crisis? The divide within the Roloff family is becoming impossible to ignore. Lines are being drawn and loyalties are shifting. With TLC still tight-lipped and family members choosing sides, often silently through likes, follows, and unfollows, fans are left in suspense. Will this family survive yet another public storm? Or has the damage already been done? As fans anxiously await the next chapter, the looming question is, will Amy Roloff file for divorce from Marek? The signs are troubling. The cryptic posts, missing wedding ring, and emotional distance we've seen in recent footage all point to one potential outcome. Amy may be gearing up to walk away once more. And if she does, this won't be a quiet split. Sources close to the Roloffs suggest that, unlike her first divorce from Matt, where most assets were already divided due to the farm and show contracts, this time could get messy. Chris and Amy have joint investments, and according to court watchers, there may be shared property, combined finances, and even TLC-related royalties that could become part of a legal battle. If things continue to escalate, fans may witness not just a personal heartbreak, but a very public legal and financial war between Amy and the man she once called her true partner. But for many viewers, there's hope for a different kind of ending. Fans are rooting for Amy to reclaim her independence, not just emotionally, but professionally. Since the early days of Little People, Big World, Amy has been a symbol of strength and resilience. Now, her supporters want to see her channel that strength into a new era, spending more time with her grandchildren, launching her own ventures, and stepping out of the shadow of her failed marriages. And perhaps most intriguingly, there's buzz around the idea that Amy may write a second memoir, a sequel to A Little Me, this time diving deep into the emotional roller coaster of her second marriage and what it taught her. Imagine a book titled Twice Broken, Still Me or After the Vows, Finding Myself Again. Fans would devour it, not just for the behind-the-scenes drama, but for the inspiration of watching someone rebuild themselves from heartbreak yet again. Whatever Amy decides, one thing is certain. This isn't the end of her story. Whether she chooses to forgive, fight, or forge forward on her own, Amy Roloff's next chapter is about to begin, and the world will be watching. Whatever the truth is, whether Marek truly has a hidden past that has yet to come to light, or this entire whirlwind has been a case of social media speculation spun wildly out of control, one thing remains crystal clear. Amy Roloff deserves better. She deserves honesty. She deserves peace. And more than anything, she deserves happiness. Amy has weathered storm after storm, from the emotional toll of her divorce with Matt, to rebuilding her life in front of millions, to now possibly facing yet another betrayal. Yet through it all, she's shown resilience, grace, and incredible strength. Fans across the globe continue to root for her, not just because she's a television personality, but because she's human, and she reflects the real, raw struggles so many can relate to. If there's one lesson this chapter teaches us, it's that truth always rises to the surface, and Amy will be just fine, with or without Chris. Whether she chooses to move forward alone, write another book about her heartbreak, or surround herself with her grandkids and step into a new era, her journey is far from over.